If you work at my health insurance company, please do not watch this video. Folks, several weeks ago, I informed you that Dunkin' Donuts was releasing a 48-ounce beverage bucket, providing both overworked nurses and New England racists with heart attack-inducing levels of caffeine. And don't forget about the sugar in those buckets, 108 grams in a Dunkin' Refresher bucket. If there's one thing I love about America, it's that we're always eating and drinking like we have free healthcare. Like, granted, you may be able to afford that $9 beverage bucket, but can you afford the insulin to go along with it? I'm posing important questions, and today, with summer fast approaching, the refresher wars, as it's being dubbed, are heating up. Just weeks after that beverage bucket announcement, Dunkin' released Dunkin' Zero energy drinks, which were just 20-calorie carbonated energy drinks, but in a plastic cup instead of a metal can. Boring. We already have Alani's for girls and White Monsters for boys, because apparently energy drinks are now gendered. We don't need no low-calorie bullshit from Dunkin'. Trust me, I'm not at Dunkin' because I'm counting calories. I'm at Dunkin' because I hate myself. And thankfully, Dunkin' recognized the error of their ways, and last week unveiled a new range of full sugar refreshers, and most importantly, an all-new dirty soda, which is described as such. The Dunkin' Dirty Soda combines the brand's beloved coffee milk with Pepsi and tops it with a sweet cold foam, creating a drink with classic soda flavor and a smoothie, creamy, coffee-forward finish reminiscent of the Dunkin' Latte, which is actually what everybody was waiting for. I was actually talking to a friend the other day, and they were telling me, you know what I really need? A Pepsi with Dunkin' coffee milk, providing a classic soda flavor and a sweet, creamy coffee-forward finish reminiscent of the Dunkin' Latte. That's exactly what they said. And of course, this announcement from Dunkin' came only a single day after McDonald's opening salvo in the Dirty Soda Wars. McDonald's USA enters a new era of drinks with first ever lineup of refreshers and crafted sodas. And here is the 6 new drinks they've got. The Strawberry Watermelon Refresher, Mango Pineapple Refresher, Blackberry Passion Fruit Refresher, Sprite Berry Blast, Orange Dream, and the Dirty Dr. Pepper. Yo, Marc from the future here. I also know that there are Taco Bell Dirty Sodas that came out like 3 weeks ago, but they weren't selling them at the Taco Bell near me. I don't know why. I don't know what's going on there, but I did try. It's just the similar thing, guys. It's 400 bajillion calories, 800 million grams of sugar. I'm sorry I couldn't try them for this video, but just know that they exist. I don't know why they're not selling them near me, but I don't care enough to find out. And I know what you're thinking. Hey, Marc, you seem like you spend a lot of time reading fast food restaurant press releases. First of all, that's rude. And secondly, I'm getting the full story, okay? The story you don't get from TikTok. For example, McDonald's is also partnering with Susan Alexandra, who makes beaded bags and jewelry, to make bedazzled drink carriers so you can turn your new McDonald's Dirty Soda into a fashion accessory. Let me read this to you. What you drink isn't just a drink, it's a daily ritual, a mood, a statement, and now the ultimate accessory. We teamed up with designer Susan Alexandra to drop 6 limited edition beaded drink carriers that free up your hands and elevate your look. Yes, elevate your look. Elevate your look, because nothing screams elevated and aspirational living quite like wrapping your McDonald's soda in Temu beads and letting it slosh all over the floor as you try and keep it balanced. I mean, granted, this is huge news for your cat, who doesn't have opposable thumbs and actually could use a beaded handle to hold a cup with, but for everybody else, I don't know. $58 for this mess of 100% plastic beads, by the way, but at least they all come with a $10 McDonald's gift card to get you started. Your Strawberry Watermelon Refresher finally has a fit to match, pink and green beaded lattice to show off the freeze-dried strawberries with miniature strawberries on the handle and main character energy from the first sip to the last. Oh, it certainly has an energy. I don't know if I'm gonna say main character energy is how I describe it. Also, to show off the freeze-dried strawberries. Again, tremendous respect to the poor soul who had to try and find the language to sell this fucking thing. You can already see the freeze-dried strawberries in the cup. It's a clear plastic cup. And also, is freeze-dried strawberries something we're flexing now? Maybe when the apocalypse happens, alright, and we're all in the fallout shelter, then having the freeze-dried strawberries will be a flex. But we still have at least 3 to 6 months before things get that bad. With that being said, we're gonna get to trying this syrupy nightmare fuel. But first I want to review some of the buzz on the internet and also kind of explain where these dirty sodas are coming from. Many of you who watch too much reality TV or scroll too much TikTok will know this, but dirty sodas are a Mormon thing. Mormons are known for having pretty strict rules on vices. It's your body is a temple religion, so no smoking, no alcohol, and up until recently, I believe, no caffeine. Or at least the general vibe was no caffeine. Up until 2012, when Mitt Romney, who's a Mormon, ran for president. And he was seen drinking a ton of Diet Cokes to the point that the Church of Latter-day Saints put out essentially a clarification that only hot tea and coffee are prohibited, but caffeine is totally fair game. Which is totally something the church came up with due to divine inspiration and not something that they just made up to make sure that their boy doesn't look bad. And look, we respect all religions here on the marcinsco show. But I do have to say, if your God thinks green tea is evil, but the Diet Baja Blast Mountain Dew is fine, I can say with confidence, your God is wrong. In fact, the horrors that I've seen a 10-year-old produce from a Coca-Cola Freestyle machine are evidence enough that we have been forsaken on this earth. But I digress. In the state of Utah now, there are tons of soda shops selling giant styrofoam cups of dirty sodas, which are basically a base soda, some flavored syrup, some kind of cream, and maybe some other toppings. It's essentially a highly customizable bomb of sugar and caffeine, which makes sense when you live in a state where the only fun available is throwing chairs at your boyfriend. But for those of us who live in states with alcohol, premarital sex, and a general lack of weird patriarchal conditioning, I'm failing to see what the appeal of these sodas is gonna be. I mean, a Pepsi with dairy creamer in it at 8 a.m. in the morning maybe sounds like a good time if your idea of a good time is shitting your brains out at 9 a.m. in the morning, but I'm good. But as always, I am prepared to be wrong. So let's take a look at what's going on with these new Dunkin' and McDonald's dirty sodas and refreshers. And let's start with somebody who got a sneak peek first. Here's Heather Haddon from the Wall Street Journal.
I'm at McDonald's global headquarters to taste refreshers, dirty sodas, and other cold beverages. Refreshers were bright and flavorful, while the Sprite and Orange Dream drinks were quite sweet.
Oh, we believe you, Heather. We believe they are quite sweet. I hope the Wall Street Journal covers your health insurance, because this feels like an OSHA violation.
McDonald's said that the refreshers include natural colors and flavors and are lightly caffeinated. The new drinks come as the Maha movement wants companies to use less dyes in their food.
Oh, of course. How could we miss the Maha angle on this? McDonald's says it's natural flavors they're using in keeping with the Make America Healthy Again movement. Because when I personally think about health, I'm thinking about random sodas injected with additional syrup. If you drink a Sprite on its own, that is a condemnable, artificial beverage contributing to the decline of society. But if you take a Sprite and add blue raspberry flavored syrup, which contains high fructose corn syrup, by the way, natural and artificial flavors, and blue number one, that is now a health-conscious beverage. Blue number one, that sounds super natural. And the beverage, by the way, the Sprite Blueberry Blast, has 390 calories and 82 grams of sugar for a medium. 500 calories for a large.
Some consumer groups have become concerned about the amount of sugar and caffeine in novelty drinks. McDonald's says customers can swap lemonade for water in the refreshers and add less syrup.
Oh, f*** off. Listen to me, nobody, and I mean nobody, who is going through a McDonald's drive-thru at 5 p.m. on a Tuesday to get the K-pop Demon Hunters meal is going to ask for less syrup in their strawberry watermelon refresher. You are inventing a totally new person, the calorie-conscious McDick's enthusiast. And besides that, what would less syrup even do? Bring the sugar down from 84 grams to 76? You've already decided to betray your pancreas. You might as well have the drink the way that the psychopaths who work for McDonald's food science division intended it to be. That's enough from the news. What's going on TikTok?
McDonald's just came out with dirty sodas. I feel like I'm in Utah with the Mormon wives right now. This is the Dr. Pepper. I definitely would not choose to get this over just a regular Dr. Pepper, but it is really good and just like really nice and creamy, I guess.
Really nice and creamy, I guess. You have to remember in sort of TikToker influencer land, anything that sounds like less than a full-throated endorsement to me is like, I hate this. If they are not screaming, crying, saying I would baptize my firstborn in this beverage, that means they don't like it. And I can already see the gears turning in her head of like, This is gonna be tough to be excited about. And just to establish my biases, by the way, I don't like Dr. Pepper. I think it tastes like you took a Coke, added fucking black pepper, you know, and maybe some like drain cleaner. I don't like it. So when I try it later, that's just so you know where I'm coming from.
Like a soda, but I'm pretty sure it's their high C orange, actually. It definitely is because it's really flat. I'm gonna be honest, I don't really think that this tastes any different than just the typical high C, maybe a little bit more like a creamsicle, but it's like very, very subtle.
Dude, high C with cream foam on top. I'm actually gonna die later. This sounds like an IBS sufferer's worst nightmare. I want to say that she's supposed to mix the cold foam into the drink to get the full experience, but I understand why she wouldn't want to do that. Like, she's just using a straw to drink it from the bottom, which is not what you're supposed to do. But also, I don't want a milky high C, so I understand.
For real, I don't really get the hype with the dirty soda. Maybe I just need to go to Utah and try them with Mom Talk. Maybe I'm missing out on the experience.
Oh yeah, you definitely don't need to go to Utah. This is what I'm saying. This is going to be a tough sell to people who do not live in the rectangular prison known as Utah. Like, I get why these would go so hard after a long night of soaking at Birmingham Young University. But Alexis here lives in LA. She drives a Tesla. If we're gonna have a full cup of diabetes, you might as well go get like the Hailey Bieber smoothie, you know, with a collagen supplement mixed in. You can pretend it's healthy. This is just, you know, come on.
The Sprite Berry Blast, so it has a blue raspberry syrup, a Sprite base, and cold foam. I'm so excited. Their cold foam is like super sweet and creamy. I was thinking that maybe it wouldn't add enough cream to make these like super dirty soda like, but that actually is really good.
Ma'am, I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't believe you. There's McDonald's in the comments section here saying, I'm trying them all. Your main concern was that there's not gonna be enough cream. She also shouts out a specific McDonald's franchisee at the end. I don't know if I trust your opinion, but you seem like an actual fan of the dirty soda genre, so I'll keep your passion in mind.
A little birdie told me McDonald's has dirty sodas now. Okay, can I do the Dr. Pepper one, please? Can you do Diet Dr. Pepper or no?
I can ask real quick. Give me just one second, please.
Thank you.
No, we can't switch it.
Can I have a Diet Dr. Pepper for mine? Let me check. No. I respect it. Diet? Who said anything about diet? Put respect on McDonald's name, okay? At this location, you take your 400-calorie Diet Pepper mixed with half and half, and you say f***ing thank you. I'm not gonna be mean to this one McDonald's employee. Maybe they genuinely are not allowed to use Diet Dr. Pepper, but I mean, again, you know, whatever the PR team told the reporter earlier, clearly Ronald says f*** your low-calorie options.
Here she is. It almost looks like they just like add whipped cream or something. That's definitely whipped cream. I'm confused right now.
Oh, trust me, we're all confused. She thinks she's being pranked. She's like, it's just Dr. Pepper with creamer and like extra sugar. Yes, yep, that's exactly correct. I'm sorry. That's what this hype is about. You did not get your order mixed up. This is what it is. I need some drama, dude. The mild, level-headed disappointment isn't doing it for me.
This tastes like something I know. Everything else.
Oh no.
Holy, Lexi, what do I do? Outside.
This editing is incredible. Don't swirl these too hard, I guess. I don't know, man. This whole thing is just giving like soda float, but worse. And I think I'm about to be woefully underwhelmed. But let's go find out. I'm about to go spend my entire 401k on, you know, food coloring, soda, and creamer. And then we'll come back and we're gonna get to the bottom of this. Soda, soda, soda. All right, we're headed to McDonald's first, and then we're gonna go to Dunkin'. Got 6 drinks from McDonald's, okay? The whole range. And then at Dunkin', I got 4 because there's like 800 different drinks they have, and I physically do not want to die today. So we're just gonna try the main 4. Got the dirty soda from Dunkin', and we're gonna go figure this out. And I can't remember which restaurant it was, but one of them said that with the cold foam drinks that you have to enjoy it within 5 minutes of getting it, which that's not gonna happen. Sorry, McDonald's and Dunkin', but I mean, are you just supposed to drink the whole thing in 5 minutes? And then what? And then come get another one after that? Make it make sense. Meow, 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 meow. Meow, 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 meow. All right, we're in line at the drive-thru. This McDonald's near me is always popping. There's like 12 cars ahead of me. But I will do anything for the Dr. Pepper cold foam. A new era of drinks A new era has dawned on America, and it's called diabetes. There's something oddly calming about a McDonald's drive-thru. It's like an old vestige of a time that's now gone. The great equalizer. Everyone's in line. Everyone's calm. You go in any kind of other lines nowadays. Nobody's calm. Everybody's freaking out. Everyone knows we're all going to die, and they need to get to the front of the line, you know, at Chipotle as quickly as possible. But not here. Not here at McDonald's. Everybody is just in their cars. We got nowhere to be. Relax. Slow down. Enjoy life. Have an orange dream. Get an orange dream. Thank you. He just said thank you, ma'am, and then corrected himself. Not necessary, sir. We don't believe in gender. Thank you, man. Appreciate it. They charge 28 cents for a dipping sauce now, by the way. That's some bullshit. 39 cents for the gold special sauce, the sign says. I want the fucking gold special sauce now. I didn't want it before you told me it was 40 cents. Now I want it. Thank you, man. Oh, got it. Oh, we're cooking with gas now, fellas. Shit. He took one look at me, by the way, and he had 6 straws in his hand, and he decided to give me 3 instead. He said, you don't need all that, big back. Fair enough. Fair enough. We're on to Dunkin', baby. Let's go to Dunkin'. I placed the mobile order for Dunkin' too, so hopefully it'll be in and out. I understand the cold foam is going to, you know, disintegrate a little bit, but whatever. But $26.36 for 4 drinks. 4 mediums. $26.36. Dunkin' Donuts. This shit better change my life. Here we go. Once again, getting drinks that could kill your friend. Lego. I mean, this is absurd, dude. Every color of the rainbow. Alright, I'll see you guys back in the closet. Or, I mean, the kitchen, I guess. Oh, God, it is hot outside. Okay, here we go. The cold foam on the dirty drinks, whatever, has already gone down, so I apologize for that. It has not been 5 minutes. It's been like 15, so whatever. We're going to start with those, though, and I want to be honest. You can't tell now on the Dunkin' drinks that had the foam because the foam has already gone down, but this is what the McDonald's ones look like, even when I picked them up. And I checked the ingredients list, and on the ingredients list for the McDonald's cold foam, the cold foam was canola oil based. It was not even any kind of dairy in it, which would explain a lot. Again, I don't know how that's, you know, Make America Healthy Again approved. It's not real cold foam, which explains why it kept so well, but unfortunately, you know, look at it. It kept well from when I picked it up, but when I picked it up, it looked like this, which, you know, is just Ronald McDonald splooging into a cup, and I don't know, man. I can't imagine this is going to be a culinary masterclass, is all I'm saying. But let's start with the Dr. Pepper one, since I know I'm not going to like this. Here we go, the medium dirty Dr. Pepper, 410 calories. Here we go. That is fucking disgusting. Here's the pros on this one. It tastes less like Dr. Pepper, which is great for me because I don't like Dr. Pepper. But you can tell right out of the gate that the cream they put on the top is not cream. It tastes like something synthetic. Like, it tastes like, how do you describe it? Like when you go to a grocery store and get like the cheapest, you know, iced cookie imaginable, and it tastes like that icing where it's just not, it's sugar, but there's nothing, there's no butter or anything to it. There's no creaminess to it. It literally just tastes like a synthetic layer of sugar on top of an already sugary drink. I'll give that one a Mitt Romney out of 10. It's never gonna fucking happen. Okay, the medium Sprite Berry Blast, 400 calories. Again, dude, it's just, there's no, I don't know what the point of the cold foam thing is. There's nothing to that. It tastes like a blue raspberry icy from the movie theater, just melted, is what that tastes like, and like slight carbonation. It's not good. That is, we're starting off really, really fucking poorly. Granted, those were the 2 drinks that I had the least hope for, but this, a blue raspberry Jolly Rancher Sprite with Grimace cum on top, it's not doing it for me. Moving swiftly on, I think this is the medium orange dream. 430 calories. Yeah, look at the colors on this. I don't think this is the high C drink. I think this, is this? No, this is the high C drink. Okay, here we go. I love high C, so I would put a straw in this and drink the high C. But again, with the not cold foam on the top, it just tastes like I'm drinking a drink that I wanted to drink, which is the high C, with a layer of fucking canola oil and sugar on top. It's weird. You've ruined the drink. This does not, people on TikTok who are saying this tastes like an orange dreamsicle kind of thing. No, it doesn't. There's no vanilla here whatsoever. I guess there's maybe a synthetic vanilla. I'm not getting vanilla at all. I'm getting high C with a weird chemically aftertaste from the white stuff on top. I'm gonna put all the drinks that I dislike over here, and we're gonna put the drinks I like over here, and we'll see who wins in the end. All right, let's switch over to Dunkin' because we have the 2 drinks that came with the cold foam thing on top. This is the dirty soda, the Dunkin' take on the dirty soda. No idea how many calories are in it. At this point, I don't even want to know. Let's take a look. Dunkin' dirty soda. Right out of the gate, this is a million times better than whatever the was going on over there. But it tastes like coffee and Pepsi and milk, which is what it is fundamentally. I'm just not a fan of the concept. And granted, this is the first dirty soda I've ever had, besides I guess counting those. But it's so many miles better than whatever that is that I get it. It tastes like an iced coffee with Pepsi mixed in, which I don't know. Would I drink it? No, it's way too sweet. But, you know, I can see why somebody would. Like, this is not a bad drink. It's just not for me. But yeah, iced coffee with like a little aftertaste of Pepsi in it. It kind of works. I'll put it in the middle, honestly. It's like, this is a 6 out of 10, a 5 out of 10. Granted, though, again, all of these Dunkin' drinks are 50 to 75% more expensive than the McDonald's drinks, which so far, it's worth it. I don't know if it's worth the $6 or whatever I paid for it, but this for $6 is still worth more than that for $4. What else? This is the Daydream Refresher. Here we go, Black Cherry Daydream Refresher. This was $6.29. Okay, I can't lie, this is pretty good. It's still, the Black Cherry does not taste like something natural, granted, but it's good-ish. I like the oat milk. Again, the cold foam has gone off on both these drinks so far, so I can't really speak on that. But the flavor is decent. I don't hate myself. It doesn't taste too overly sweet, so I don't know. I'll check the calorie and sugar count on this. Like, I'm sure it's gonna be sweet, but I don't think it's gonna be, 400 calories sweet. I'll allow it. You know what? That one, that's a 7 out of 10. That's a 7 out of 10. This is turning into a f***ing Dunkin' ad, and that can't happen. So let's move the milky boys out of the way, and let's try these more refreshers, and no creamy bullshit going on. All right, here we go. Second half. Let's see if McDonald's can bring it home. This is the mango pineapple refresher, I believe, that has the no, is it? Yes, I think this is the mango pineapple refresher that has the like strawberry boba at the bottom. It's miniature boba because they couldn't be bothered to, stock a bigger straw. Respectable. And this is actually the Dunkin' straw, but whatever, who cares? Okay, weird McDonald's boba. Here we go. Oh, dude, you know what? I used to have like a real job. People respected me. People counted on me. And now here I am. That tastes like medicine. And not in like a pouring up dirty kind of way, not in a fun way. This tastes like, when you're 6 years old and your mom makes you drink NyQuil. It's the boba is horrific. The drink itself just tastes like a mango monster, basically, but with no carbonation. I don't even know what they made this with. Again, we're in sub 3 territory. I don't want to say was the worst thing. If someone handed this to me and I hadn't eaten anything or drinking anything and I was in the desert and I was physically about to die anyway, I would maybe drink it. Other than that, though, it's a hard no for me. What is this? Medium blackberry passion fruit refresher. Again, now that we're out of the cream territory, by the way, these are like in the 250 calorie range. I would assume, again, now that's all sugar, no fat. And look, there's a little fruit at the top. There's a little fruit. It's giving, we saw Starbucks do that thing that one time, and now we want to do it. Yeah, that's good. That's fine. Again, it's crazy sweet, but this tastes almost exactly, and it's been, granted, probably in 10 years. But if someone handed this to you in a Starbucks cup, you would not be able to tell the difference. This tastes like just your average. There's water, syrup with a little freeze-dried fruit on top. It's fine. It's another 7 out of 10. I'll let that happen. And last one from McDonald's in trying to come after Starbucks territory. The medium strawberry watermelon refresher. You got the freeze-dried strawberries on top. Those freeze-dried strawberries, by the way, that you're supposed to show off with your accessory bag because, you know, freeze-dried strawberries. That's a fashion statement. Yeah, same thing with that. These two, they're fine, bro. I can tell what they're trying to do here. They've done it pretty well. They have replicated, you know, 2012 Starbucks dried fruit Topia pretty much, you know, 80 to 90% of the way there. I know there's people out there who would never pay $4 for a drink if it was made, you know, the nectar of the gods. But again, if you're comparing it to something from Starbucks or Dunkin', where you're paying $6, $7, to get 80% of the way there for $4, I'll allow it. I don't really like watermelon or strawberry flavored drinks though, so that one's not really for me. But the purple one, yeah, that's fine. Okay, Dunkin'. It's a tough call right now, guys. It's a tough call. Let's try the mango pineapple refresher limeade. I can literally feel my body starting to tweak, by the way, and I've taken one sip of everything. I don't like that at all. I don't like that at all. It's the limeade. You know what the thing is? I've had this mango pineapple refresher syrup, I think, in the normal mango pineapple refresher that Dunkin' used to make, or does still make, probably now. I mean, if they still have the syrup. But with the limeade, dude, If you took out half, you know, the bullshit in here and added 3 shots of vodka, then maybe. But this does not taste, this is not a drink you would want at work. Like, I don't know. I don't get that. Hold on, this one is the black cherry refresher, also the limeade, because the limeades are the new thing. You know what it is? I'm assuming it's the same black cherry syrup in this that they put in the Sun Daydream, whatever, black cherry thing that I liked. I think I just like their black cherry syrup. Even though it's the limeade, it so overpowers the limeade here. I think I just whatever chemicals they put together in the Dunkin' labs to make this black cherry syrup. Kudos to you, my guys. Kudos. Kudos? No, kudos. I said it right. Don't leave a comment. I think that's pretty conclusive, though. I mean, look, you know, the refresher bullshit, this was gross. The rest of the refreshers, they're fine. It's sugar and water. What are you going to do? The dirty sodas from Dunkin', functional. You know, would I get it again? No, but I get it. And they've made a good, solid effort here. $6? What do I look like, the fucking Queen of England? But on these, dude, I mean, how is there not a single Mormon on TikTok, you know, doing the, like, you've appropriated my culture, you know, stance? This is horrific. These 3 are gross, really gross. These make me want to never visit Utah, and I already don't want to ever visit Utah, but now I really don't want to visit Utah, and that's not fair because, you know, it's like judging Chinese cuisine based on Panda Express. I get that, but I'm gonna need the Mormons of Mom Talk and TikTok and whatever else talks, you know, to go to McDonald's and take a stand, because this is f***ing disgusting. Well, that was an incredibly illuminating experience. Look, I'm not gonna over-dramatize things. Obviously, I think these drinks are egregious, insane, and really bad for your health. Am I gonna tell you shouldn't drink them? No, a lot of things are terrible for your health that are really fun to enjoy. My thing is just, if I'm gonna have a 500-calorie dessert, you know, I'd rather have like a cake or a cheesecake or a cookie or something, not a creamed out soda. And the reasons we're seeing this really big push all of a sudden from all these different fast food restaurants on refreshers and just random, colorful, sugary drinks in general is obvious to me. 1, they're incredibly Instagrammable and TikTokable. They look good on camera, and in my opinion, are designed solely to drive viral hype. 2, it's a means for these restaurants to get people in the door outside of their busy periods. Like, nobody is going to Dunkin' outside of the mornings, and nobody is going to McDonald's outside of breakfast, lunch, and dinner. But with these drinks, you can lure people in the door at 3 p.m. for an injection of sugar and caffeine to get them through the rest of the day. And 3, they're pushing them because they're cheap to make and yet expensive for the schmuck, which is me, who's buying them. For a medium, guys, I paid $5.79 each for the Dunkin' refreshers, and the McDonald's McDonald's ones were $4-ish a piece. Especially at Dunkin', that is a lot of money for what is essentially water, food coloring, some sugar, maybe a little bit of juice. Like at McDonald's, a medium fountain drink is usually $1.50, but now if you take that high C and add creamer on top, it's now $4. It seems like a silly way to get people into drinks that are obviously more profitable than burgers or chicken nuggets. But will it work? I don't know. I've seen a lot of these comment sections on TikTok are full of people from like the UK and Europe being sad that it's not coming to them. Which, listen guys, the reason that it's not coming to you is because you actually have standards for food in your countries. The European mind truly yearns for our 40-ounce, 500-calorie beverages. But look, I severely doubt it. I don't see these catching on. I don't think these are as Instagrammable as McDonald's thinks they are. I don't think people are gonna go out and pay $58 for a beaded drink carrier and that this is going to be a new lifestyle statement. I think these drinks are gonna be gone by July, to be honest. The problem is everybody wants to be a lifestyle brand now, but you know, what is the lifestyle that you're promoting? What does drinking 100 grams of sugar from McDonald's say about your life? You know, other than again, that you hate yourself? Not much, honestly, and I think people on average are maybe not health conscious, but they're more health conscious than this latest round of 100 grams of sugar beverages are suggesting. And also, I do think people are gonna look differently at paying $6 for a latte versus paying $6 for a soda. One feels normal, the other one kind of feels like robbery. And now with this latest news, by the way, too, that McDonald's is removing their soda machines from their restaurants, this is now taking on an air of enshittification for me as well. Like soon enough, no more will children be able to blend their own sodas the old-fashioned way, which is by abusing a fountain machine. Soon you'll have to pay $4 for a fancy soda. We had fancy soda back in my day, okay? It was called going to the machine, mixing high C, Sprite, Powerade, and Coke. 1 cup, no ice, and I'm getting a refill before I walk out. So we'll see if this catches on, or if it's gonna go the same direction as the new season of The Bachelorette. And with that being said, and with my inner child in mind, there's only one more test to run. Should I put in the milky ones? Oh. Yeah, I need a little boba in there too. It was a pleasure knowing you all.